Konnichiwa, minasan. Konnichiwa. Today we are going to be making like the little hiragana, katakana booklet things that we're going to work on instead of having the homework handouts. All right. So our first thing we're going to do is we're going to fold your piece of paper. Your piece of paper can be A4 or A5, but I'd recommend A4 just in case you need a little bit more room or you want to put, some extra details on it. So the first thing we do is we're going to fold it in half, lengthways. So from the portrait, you go lengthways to fold it in half. So remember if you're wanting a nice crisp fold, to use the back side of your nail to just kind of run it along. Right. So yeah, after you've got that first fold, all we're going to do is we're going to fold this in half the opposite way. Make sure it's as lined up as it can be. Just squash those down and then tidily flatten them as so. Next part, we're going to fold this page downwards. Once again, lining up as best you can, and then having that extra squish with your fingernails, and doing the same on the other side, just pulling that piece down and getting it in the middle. Okay. So squish, squish and crease, squish and crease. So what you should have now, once you open it, is a little Wonder Woman looking W. So after you've gotten that W shape, we're going to, and this is the kirigami part, we're going to cut along this line in the middle. So grab your hasami, your scissors, your choki, and we are going to just cut along this line until you reach the middle. You don't want to cut further than that. And then we are going to simply hold these tips and pull them slowly apart. And then you have a little teeny tiny booklet thing that you can use for your hiragana or katakana. Hey. Or kanji. Ooh, kanji. So the first thing we're going to do is, so this is just an example so that you can see what's happening. So the first thing is you're going to kind of be like, my little book of hiragana or katakana or kanji, whichever you choose. So my little book of, and just for an example, I am going to choose hiragana. Okay. So with hiragana, you're going to, maybe start with your vowels. So if you've got an a, and that's an a sound. And if you want to have little words beginning with a, so for example, I, which is love, that could be something, just one word that you can put in there. So if you're worried about, where do we get our words from? I'm going to post like our homework that we would usually do up on our OneNote. So you can kind of go through the vocabulary and be like, oh yeah, I would like this as my one word that I would like to remember. You can have multiple words, but the important thing is to kind of have your symbol, okay, your character, your Japanese character. Okay. So just as a speed run, I, a, I, U, E, O. Okay. O. And you're going to have kind of a spare page. So what will happen is that with this back page, because I would like you to make multiple little books. This was one I made earlier in a previous video, which made me realize we needed multiple books. Is that you're going to glue this line onto the next book. So by the end of our little hiragana book making, you should have like quite a thick little booklet to your name. Okay. Yeah. So once you've done that, make sure you kind of glue onto the next page, and then you can start like the K line. So kaki, kuke, ko, leave it blank, glue, start the next line. Okay. If you're having any troubles, I can make another little tutorial, but hopefully that kind of helps to how you should be making the little booklets. Worst comes to worst, you could just make little booklets for, you know, like the A line, the K line, etc. each line, and then we can just glue them later. But that is that, guys, and hopefully that's a little fun thing for you to do that's kind of crafty and educational. Woo! Okay, bye-bye.